Has your display ever met with these issues?
Flickering display, low brightness, non-touch, contact break, adhesive off from the bezel, bubbles show up when laminating. In recent couple of years, the demand for iPhone displays have soared. More capital is pumping in it, and the market is expanding as an outcome. iPhone Xs and higher versions displays diversified from prices to types, while the profit-oriented capital worsen the market chaos. Undemanding quality control, uneven quality output, soaring after-sales issues, increasing after-sales service rate. We believe lots of you have met with the problems we mentioned at the start of this video. Then what on earth has caused these problems? We shall come back to displays themselves. Which factors would affect a display's touching function? TP, power consumption, chip, and flex cable. Let's check out display cables. In just one single cable, there are lots of touch circuits. If one of them is bent and damaged during the installment, its touch still can work, but partially non-touch or contact break may happen. Scramble image and contact break that we often encounter are mainly because of the partial broken cables resulted from the bending movement. This is what they look like inside. We have met this in other factory tests. In the first test, touch as well. When we bend the cables and test it again, contact break happens. So, the flexibility of a cable will largely affect the stability of touch. Then we go through the display chip. In order to make LCM run, it requires a corresponding driver software. Solutions companies usually give two solutions: display with a chip and display without a chip. The latter one is of high costs, for it needs a set of customized and independent underlying software codes to function LCM. As for the former one, the manufacturers bring some already existed codes to enable their LCMs with a transcoding port. In this way, a chip carries a transcoding interface, is a must-have. So displays without chips will definitely be more stable, because the driver codes are perfectly tailored inside themselves. While the displays with chips will inevitably lose its constancy. Just like translating Mandarin into English. There is always something missing. Next, let's get close to TP, for outcell and on-cell. A TP would attach in the display structure to realize touch function. Outcell sandwich TP between LCM and glass. In this way, TP's laminating process is required, raising the possibilities for poor contact. On-cell sticks touch circuit on LCM. The exposed TP is fragile. For instance, clean with alcohol. Transport. LCM cut. These necessary steps for later installment could damage the touch circuit on LCM. Thus hurt touch function. In-cell embeds touch circuits into LCM. There is no independent TP on in-cell. So the touch malfunction that troubles out-cell and on-cell will not haunt in-cell. Finally, we've come to power consumption. When its temperature is normal. It touch function as well. Now we use test software to simulate human and run games. And maximize the power consumption. After tests, the phone is in high temperature. Under this circumstance, touch circuits that lurk in LCM can be inactivated as well. Thus scrambled image and stuck happen. Back to our QD. Researched and developed by Sino. It technically belongs to in-cell. That is, to embed touch circuits within LCM. So the touch errors brought by TP does not exist. QD adopts the most advanced quantum dots reflective film to secure the backlight's high color gamut and brightness, and to reduce energy consumption, preventing touch failure caused by overheating. It is worth mentioning that QD carries no chip. It is driven by customized underlying codes, enabling touch to be more consistent. QD uses triple panel cables, whose interior is the same as the original copper wire. For better flexibility. With these features, QD can basically eliminate more than 90% of touch failures. A display's performance depends on two major factors: the liquid crystal module and the backlight. Let's talk about LCM first. Its transmittance and basic color gamut decides respectively a display's brightness and color. The better the transmittance is, the brighter it gets. The higher the gamut value is, more colorful it becomes. However, high transmittance would inevitably sacrifice its color gamut, and vice versa. So the first step for a qualified LCM is to make a perfect balance between these two. A qualified LCM is ready. We also need an excellent backlight to sharpen the LCM's brightness and color. There are three types of backlights we can find in the market. The common backlight. Its brightness ranges from 450 to 700 CD per square meter. High color gamut backlight. Its brightness ranges from 850 to 1200 CD per square meter. High color gamut and brightness backlight. Its brightness ranges from 1100 to 1300 CD per square meter. Among them, the third type, high color gamut and brightness backlight, is no doubt the best. It adopts the latest comp package technology. With the help of LED phosphor powder, this kind of backlight has successfully achieved high lightness. Its color gamut runs up over 95% with proper liquid crystal ratio. For different types of backlights, their display effects for references are as follows. So the quality of a display depends on its backlight to a large extent. This QD display launched by Sino is composed of high transmittance and high color gamut plus brightness backlight. Let's see how it performs. We are going to test it with a professional machine. Read QD's brightness value, gamut value, and color temperature value. Here are what we get. We can know that 93.6% sRGB of QD ranks the first among all the incels. QD's brightness has exceeded the originals. Has reached 800 plus CD per square meter. Let's test these two's brightness level. It has risen by about 20%. Has risen by 18%. QD applies high color gamut and brightness backlight, and reaches the ideal illumination and color performance. But its power consumption is on the same level with that of a common display. How does QD make that? QD applies the newest quantum dots reflective film. It packed numerous quantum dots in the UV layer of the reflective coating's base material, then transfer them to the surface. Compared with other displays, this kind of active matrix display, based on quantum dots light emitting diode, had greatly improved brightness, while reducing the power consumption. With the coordinate match of the best material and the latest technique, QD presents a much more stunning display performance than any of its rivals. Inconvenience and problems resulted from installment vary. Abnormal display effects. Adhesive off from the bezel. High screen thickness. No fitting during installment. About the above questions, how does QD avoid them? An original connector ensures the consistent operation of the display and high-speed information transmission. When it comes to triple panel cables, they use copper wires to construct inner circuits for stronger bending resistance. We pour into 99% high purity silver conductive into the bottom corners of LCM to solve the touch failures caused by static electricity. QD fixes the display bezel with new dispensing process and cold glue double printed technology, which has eliminated the common degumming problem of the bezel. And it carries zero risks during installment. If you choose QD, then all the disturbing issues Concerning display, touch and installment will be completely eradicated at once. The upgraded 4th generation QD. After 6 months installment tests, aging tests, and scheme modification, CNO is confident that QD is far exceed than any display that you can purchase on the market. Excellent brightness that even better than the original type. Wider gamut spectrum among all the other competitors, have endowed QD with more impressive visual effects. 40 touch channels of the in-cell LCM. Triple panel cables with better tenacity. The original connector. 99% high purity silver conductive. Bezel double printed by cold glue. Details reflect professionalism. They have strengthened the absolute stability of QD in display and touch. Now, we present you, the upgraded version, the 4th generation QD Pro. 5.8-inch 10s. 6.1-inch 10R, 11. 6.8-inch 10s Max, 11 Pro Max. All have been optimized. An excellent display like QD. Contact us and get a surprising price.